Today I will show something really useful for when you like working with electronics and Arduino in general. I will show you how to burn the Arduino bootloader to a custom board so that it can be programmed via the Arduino IDE. This way you can design your own Arduino boards with all the required hardware on the board and still have them easily programmed via the IDE. The method I will be showing for this is really easy and cheap, and most likely you will already have everything required to burn the bootloader. Everything that's required is actually in the frame right now. Also, this method is the only one I've had success with in the past, so let's get started. Not a whole lot is required to do this. We need the board we want to burn the bootloader to, a second Arduino board, a USB cable, and some jumper wires. It's best if you have some female to female and some female to male jumper cables. Next, we also need a computer with the Arduino IDE, and we need to download a simple sketch to run on the Arduino board to act as a bootloader programmer. The link to the download can be found in the video description below. Before we can start burning our bootloader, we need to make a few connections between the Arduino and our own board. And to burn the bootloader we will be using the ICSP header, and this is the pinout for this header. And we can see that both the Arduino and our own board has a very handy connector for this purpose. We can just wire pin to pin from both connectors. However, pin 5 has to be connected to pin 10 on the Arduino board itself. We start with pin 1, which is here, and on my own board the connector is rotated 180 degrees, so pin 1 is here. Then we can go to pin 2, pin 3, then we can do pin 5, which has to go to pin 10 on the Arduino board, and lastly we have to do pin 6. All that we have to do now is use the USB cable to connect the Arduino to the computer. And now we are ready to burn the actual bootloader. Now that all hardware connections have been made, we can start working on the software. If you follow the link in the video description, you get to this website, and it's a website by Nick Gammon from Australia, and he wrote an Arduino sketch to act as a bootloader programmer. And these are all the chips that are supported. So almost all the mainstream Arduino ICs, like the Arduino Uno, Leonardo, the Mega, and even the bootloader for the USB to serial converter on the Arduino Uno. And what's really interesting is that the code for all these bootloaders is incorporated, and the programmer will automatically decide which bootloader is required. To download the sketch, we just follow the link here, which takes us to GitHub, and then we just click download here. Once the download is complete, we can go to the downloads folder, open the zip file and extract it. Once it's extracted, you will see that there are a lot of files in here, or folders. And in fact we only need one folder for now, so we can remove the rest. Once again, a lot of files are here, but we can just open this one. And here it is. As you can see, it's quite a lot of code and quite complicated, but you don't really have to worry about that. All you have to do is here choose which bootloaders you want to enable and which ones you want to disable. But if you're using the Arduino Uno, you can just leave it as is. Select the Arduino Uno that we want to use, then select the right port and click upload. Once that's done, we can open the serial monitor, and as you can see, it says everything it should say. Let me reset, and then we'll be able to see it more clearly. So here is everything that it gave back, and we can see that it detected the chip of our custom board correctly, and all we have to do now is type G and hit enter, and it's done. Sorry for the clicking, but the relay is on pin 13 of the custom board. And in fact, it's all done now. As we can see here, it verified, found no errors, and it's all done. So now if we go back to the just a moment. If we remove the reset wire now, we can see here we have a second board. Now let me just get rid of the clicking. And like that, we have made our own Arduino board with the bootloader, and we can now program it from the Arduino IDE. And here we have our own board